Round 1.
It's a grizzly bear fighting a girl. I'm not sure which offends me more, the woman beating, the animal cruelty, or the total fucking absurdity of Tekken 3D Prime Edition. Hey, you know what species that is? It's a Chris Brown bear.
You lose.
But of course, it is good to see another major third-party franchise finally come to the 3DS. While this release isn't quite on the same level as the 3DS iterations of, say, Resident Evil or Metal Gear Solid, it's a perfectly decent fighter and a solid addition to the platform.
Round 2. Fight.
Released about a week ago, Tekken 3D marks the series' first appearance on the Nintendo 3DS, and from a technical perspective, it makes quite an impression. The game runs incredibly well on the 3DS, with gorgeous graphics and fluid animations running at a silky smooth 60 frames a second, even with the 3D turned on. I mean, this is starting to turn me on. The game continues to impress in terms of its mechanics as well. Tekken 3D has exactly the kind of fast-paced and smooth fighting you'd expect from the series. The game really captures the feel of its proper console releases, and if you're a fan of the genre, you're gonna like that. What you might like a little less, though, is the game's lack of content. And I'm not talking about the characters either. The entire roster from Tekken 6 is available in Tekken 3D, so no worries there. But the problem is what you can do with them, and that is to say, not very much. So Quick Battle is your standard arcade mode in which you face 10 fighters in sequence, and there's also an endurance mode and a versus mode, which is your local and incredibly laggy online multiplayer, but otherwise, there's not really anything else to do in Tekken 3D, at least not when it comes to fighting. There's no mode for chair shots. But of course, the caveat here is that there are other things to do. Specifically, there are these Tekken cards that you earn during gameplay that you can trade via Street Pass. Now, there are 700 of these things, and they feature artwork and characters from Tekken history. So if you're a fan of the series, that's a cool addition. If you're a fan of fighting, maybe not.
Round 2.
And that's what it really comes down to. This is an impressive game without much of a game built around it. But if you're finished with Street Fighter, you're looking for a new fighter on the 3DS, Tekken 3D Prime Edition is a solid option, plus kangaroos with boxing gloves.
Round 1. Fight.
I don't have
win.
time to play games with you.